I saw you get drafted by the Padres and you passed
Yeah.
on it. All-time favorite baseball player, Bip Roberts, right
Yeah,
here.
mine Benito Santiago for obvious reason because
Look
I
at
was a
that.
catcher. Yeah, I
Listen,
was a catcher. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm a Reds fan, so Bip spent a couple years here, but I mean, like, I had a soft spot for the Padres because of Bip, and obviously Benito Santiago. Man,
Yeah, I got compared to him a lot in '89 because I saw him in the Sports Illustrated issue about the man with the golden gun, and Tony, what was it? Tony Perez, I think, was the earlier Latino catcher, and throwing from the knees was something that I adapted because when the scouts found me, they came to see the pitcher in the All-Star game, and I was throwing faster to second on my knees than he was to me. They clocked me at 90 from my knees.
that's incredible.
I had a cannon. I was your typical white catcher, couldn't run for nothing. I was slow. I run like a 6'2", 20. I was really slow, but I had I wouldn't say a great bat, but above average bat. But I used to pick guys off second, first, third because I loved showing off my arm. 18-year-old guy. I was a hot dog throwing from my knees.
I think more grown men need to look like Benito Santiago these days.
Yeah.
Like,
we used to play when Steve and I would go to Japan and we throw all the time, and he hated throwing with me because I threw so hard. Even in what was it, about 5 years ago, I was playing softball and broke my brother's thumb throwing the first base from my knees, playing third, and I loved being able to show my arm. That's why my arm is like 90 degrees now because of all the times I'd whip. It don't extend fully, so it looks like I'm walking around all bowed up, but my arm just don't straighten out.
To pick your brain about baseball, did you ever have to catch knuckleballers? I mean, back then, much more prevalent.
Yeah, there was a few that I caught. I split fingers were my hardest to catch. I had a guy in college that I caught that was a split finger and had a nasty split finger. But I did catch one guy because I used to, when in between college, I played summers, and it was a Negro baseball league. I was pretty much the only white guy in the league. And one of the pitchers he threw with both hands. So he would pitch one game right-handed and one game left-handed.
Wow.
Knuckleballers were very hard to catch, and I always say the Bob Uecker line, when the best way to catch a knuckleball is when it stops rolling, go get it.
My friend learned how to throw a knuckleball, and I didn't believe him, and then he threw one at me, and I was like, I could not imagine doing that.
I used to be able to throw one, man, but good Lord, I don't know how those guys do it.
I couldn't imagine doing that like 80, 90 times a game, and back then probably 100 to 120 times a game.
Yeah, it wasn't regulated like it is now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man, that is wild.